He's got it, wants to throw. Wentz looks, pressure comes. Wentz hit, sack, back inside the 20. Aiden Hutchinson, that's number 2.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of The Big D. It's been a minute, dude, but I'm excited to get back talking. We got some big news to cover. But first of all, bro, you're in vacation. Alabama Gulf Shores, how is it?
It's great, man. You want to know one of the best things about it?
Michigan hammered Alabama while you're there.
Watching Michigan absolutely hand it to Alabama while sitting with a whole bunch of Alabama fans around me at an Alabama bar. That was so good. They were, as soon as the game was over, they were just walking out, and I'm just sitting there waving goodbye. Probably going to start a fight in this random bar that I'm in. But no, it's fine. Michigan wins. We are headed to the NATTY versus Washington. We won it 27-20 overtime 3.
Woo!
And in my opinion, one of the best college football games I have ever watched. And I'm not just saying that because Michigan won. That is genuinely one of the best college football games I have ever watched.
I would agree with you, but if Michigan lost, I wouldn't say it, so.
Yeah, I would say it, but I doubt I would say it.
The thing is Michigan should have won by so much more if it wasn't for those stupid special teams mistakes and field goals, extra points. Like, oh my gosh.
Speaking of special teams, that's what we were going to get into next.
Let's just hop right in.
Michigan special teams almost lost us this game. Like, let's be so for real. We literally almost lost this game because of Michigan special teams. We had 2 muff punts. First one, Alabama recovered it and ended up scoring a touchdown on that next drive. They got it at like the 45-yard line, scored a 45. Went 45 yards down the field, scored a touchdown. Like, that was one of their touchdowns. Next, second muff punt came with 14 seconds left on the clock in the fourth quarter.
And
a tie game.
Yeah. Jeez,
where we ended up recovering on the 1-yard line.
I have a question. We did this a lot. Why do we catch punts on inside the 10? Shouldn't we just let him go?
Definitely in that key moment. And did you notice something? It wasn't our It wasn't our
main guy.
Turnaround.
It wasn't what's his face?
It was our backup.
Probably because the starter muffed the first one.
Well, probably, but you put a backup in there at that point in that game? My God, just give me a heart attack. Oh.
That was terrifying. Dude, I saw so many comments on ESPN posts, and it was like, why wasn't it a safety? I was like, bro, learn football. Learn the rules.
Learn football.
Learn football. They're like, you got to tackle in the end zone. I'm like, bro.
Forward progress.
Really? I didn't know there were that many casuals.
Dude, there's so many casuals. Let's be so
It's
real.
Unreal. That opened my eyes to how many casuals there are.
Yeah. It was Samaj Morgan who was our normal punt returner, correct?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. Jesus, And then continuing with special teams, we missed a PAT and missed a field goal, which we make either of those, we win the game in regulation.
So the field goal was 48 yards.
Yeah, it was a longer one, yeah.
But that's not super long. The Alabama kicker hit 250.
He just shanked it to the left. He literally just shanked it straight left.
It was shanked. It was the second he left his foot, I was like, that's not going in the right direction.
No. No. It wasn't as bad as when Ohio State played Georgia.
I love seeing that clip on New Year's Eve.
Still feel bad for the guy what happened after. But
yeah.
Missed PAT, missed field goal, 2 muff punts.
Dude, and JJ's one-handed catch saved another turnover too. Oh my gosh.
I have that in here because
bro just made a case for being a wide receiver. Bro might be the next what's his face? Denard Robinson playing position after that catch. And the catch was one thing, but the throw after, holy Moses, bro.
He goes up, snags this thing like this, and
laser.
I don't even know if he like lands on the ground and then throws. I swear he just catches it and throws it like that.
Dude, that was so Mahomey. It was crazy. Looked a little bit quarterbacky to me.
God, we got Colin Coward on the goddamn podcast, just talking about Mahomes 24/7. My
Mahomey.
God, ridiculous.
You got Chris Collins right out here.
MVP of the game was JJ McCarthy. JJ McCarthy was 17 for 27, 221 yards, 8.2 average, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and a 91.9 QBR. Speaking of JJ McCarthy, it's not even really. No, we'll go on to Roman Wilson quick. 4 receptions, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
It doesn't even matter. But that one catch,
where the defensive line tips it up and the ball ends up going. We would have lost the game,
dude.
That was an interception.
Dude, that was a pick. Also, I saw so many casuals in the comments being like, "If it wasn't tipped, it would have been a pick." Because they just assumed that the tip would like make it go shorter than it was. That's not what happened. The tip made it go longer. That was the first tip ball I've ever seen that was still like a perfect spiral afterwards. I don't know what that was, but
I don't know. He literally barely nicked it and it just tipped the ball up.
It just kept rising then.
And it was about to shoot over about Roman Wilson.
But let me be honest, if it wasn't tipped, that was a dot.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I'm like, if that ball's not tipped, it's an absolute dot. But no, it gets tipped, and Roman Wilson has to go up there and
just goes up and snags it.
I swear he jumped higher than how tall he is. I swear he jumped over 5 feet. Like,
dude, that was insane. So athletic. That's the thing I noticed with this game is like every player did one thing that stood out and like saved the game, like that JJ catch, those last 2 Corum runs in overtime. That Roman Wilson catch. Like, I think, you might get into this later, but sacks. I don't think a single player had more than 1 sack. I think it was like 6 or 7 different players had a sack.
Brandon McGregor had 2.
But everyone else had 1. Like
Mason Derek Moore had 1. Chris Jenkins
Michael had 1.
Mason Graham did not have a sack, but he had TFLs.
Oh, yeah, that TFL at the end of the game, towards the end of the game.
Josiah Stewart had 1. Michael Barrett had 1. Is that all of them? Derek.
So it was a team effort.
Moore and Chris Jenkins? Yeah, I did. Yeah.
And that was sick. That was so dope to see with that defense, dude. That defense is going to carry us. I promise. It's going to be the toughest defense Washington sees all year. The toughest corners that Rome has to get around and Penix has to throw over. It's going to be a challenge for him, and I'm excited to watch that game. That game's going to be insane.
Oh, yeah. The second punt returner was Jake Thaw. That was his name.
Dog. So. Honestly, smart. But he recovered, though. I mean, honestly, that's a tough one, and he recovered
Thank God. I think
some PTSD.
Yeah. Pete, instead of trouble with the snap, it would have been
trouble with the punt.
Oh,
I can just see it. Oh my gosh.
I can just see every single one of my friends who are Michigan
But
State
the thing is, Michigan State fans and Ohio State fans can't flame us for that because where were you during this game? Sitting on your couch. So you can't flame us for that.
Real quick, last stat I'm going to get into was Blake Corum. 19 carries, 83 yards, 1 touchdown, 4.4 average. Had the only 2 touches in overtime that Michigan needed to score.
Unreal.
With that score, he broke Michigan's all-time rushing touchdown leader. Fitting. Everybody's going to be like, oh, but he only gets the ball at the 1 yard line. But then why are you living up Jalen Hurts so much? He only gives the ball on the 1 yard line, too. Like,
true.
Did you see the stat that Cam Newton's last rushing touchdown of his record-breaking season was longer than if you put all of Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
No one talks about Josh Allen's rushing touchdowns enough either. He has 15 this year.
Yeah.
Or 15? Something like that. But Lamar has like 5.
But it's close. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. So, moving on, we're going. So some other things I have is defense played so good, honestly, in this game. It honestly, I think, was the first time I saw a Big Ten team be faster than an SEC team.
Speed.
But genuinely. I loved the flea flickers. One-handed catch by JJ to an absolute dime to Roman Wilson was just insane. But the second one where we almost gave the ball away, yeah. Dude, did you see Roman Wilson was wide open on a crossing route on that one too? Like if you watch the replay, there's nobody on Roman Wilson. The second flea flicker where Blake Corum,
the one that we dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that landed a yard short of the quarterback.
Yeah, that was weird. He had to rush, though. He was going to get smacked.
Yeah, he was.
There was one other catch that stood out to me, though, and it was Tyler Morris's, like, I think he ran for like 30 yards afterwards. He caught a crosser, and he just blew past all the Alabama corners. And I'm like,
yeah,
that's like, when does a Big Ten guy blow past SEC guys?
That's like one of the main things that I saw that like made me think that a Big Ten team is faster than an SEC team at this point.
Yeah,
because like I honestly don't I've never seen that before. I don't know.
Crazy.
You got any input on what you think went well, what you think went bad? I think we mostly went over it.
Yeah, no, just getting into the Washington matchup. Just kind of going quick here. Washington, they're good on offense. That's a good offense. That's a slinging offense. I could seriously watch Michael Penix throw a ball all day. It's unreal what he's doing.
It reminds me of like a really nice left-handed swing, like a
baseball, like a Ken Griffey swing,
or Ken Griffey swing, just pure. And it's like I could watch it all day. I could literally watch lefties that have a good swing hit baseballs all day because,
apparently lefties throw football too. That's unreal what he's doing. Yeah. I seriously think he could, like, without a crow hop, throw the ball like 70 yards.
Mm-hmm.
He just slings her.
But going into the Michigan versus Washington game, Michigan is favored by 4.5 points via ESPN. Michigan also has a 74.3% chance to win, according to ESPN. I don't understand how they make those calculations.
That's too high.
It's too high, in my opinion. Yes,
I would not be surprised if that 4.5 is 3.5 by the time the game starts.
Oh yeah, 100%. I really didn't go into stats on this game.
That's fine.
But like I have a couple quick ones, but I just did the eye test because I watched both these teams play on what day was that? Monday? Yeah. Washington has a very good pass offense, but the run offense is not the best. Honestly, if we can put the same amount of pressure that we did on Milroe onto Penix, I think we can win this game. I don't think their passing offense will be as good. I think Alabama had a better defense than Washington, which I did go look that up, and technically yards per game wise, Alabama does have the better defense. But if our special teams make the same mistakes, we're going to lose. There's just no way. Washington did have a muff punt too, so honestly, they could lose.
It's going to come down to the turnover battle and who makes less mistakes, and if our defense can stop this pass game.
Yeah, no, I really do think this could turn into a really high-scoring game. I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it.
Or Michigan just shuts them down and it's a low-scoring game. You never know, which Washington's not good at.
You really never know. Washington, if we get Washington to a low score. Honestly, if we get into a shootout, I said this, I think it could be like the TCU game. We get into a shootout. I hate it. I do. But if we can hold Washington and it ends up staying a close game, low scoring, I think Michigan pulls it off. It's going to be weird, though. It's so hard to see. But some of the stats that I pulled, Washington has a worse defense than MSU.
Yeah, I did see that. That's crazy.
MSU, dude, this offense has just carried them.
Is that in yards or points?
Yards.
Yards. Yeah. Okay.
Yards. Washington does have the number one pass offense. Washington is 50th in points against. They're 11th in points for. So, honestly, defense is bad. defense is very bad for Washington, but their offense has just carried them.
Yeah, it's been unreal what they're doing.
Just watching, I can see why Michael Penix is a dog. I swear he can just drop a ball anywhere. And it's
so perfect. I watched his game versus Michigan State last year. That was his first game where people were like, since his Indiana days, that like people were like, dude, this guy's insane. And I watched that game. He threw for like freaking 400 yards and 6 touchdowns. I was like, who is this guy? And then I looked, I was like, oh, he's an old Indiana quarterback. Bro, he looks insane.
Yeah.
We're going to have to stop him.
Michigan, 160th rush yards per game. We have 160 rush yards per game, which is 62nd, but that's like what teams just run the ball constantly. Michigan is first in points against, 15th in points for, second in yards allowed, second in pass yards allowed, and 6th in rush yards allowed. So just some quick stats for you from Michigan. So really, we have a better defense by a mile. So it's literally going to be whose defense, does Michigan stop Washington's offense, or
hear me out. This is how I'm looking at it. Let's say special teams is a wash. We're not talking about special teams. Who do you favor in Washington's offense versus U of M's defense? And I think from an unbiased opinion, I would say it's pretty much a wash. It's pretty much even. Or it's Michigan.
I think
but then,
defense has a slight edge. But then
let's just say
Washington won the best offensive line this year, I'm pretty sure.
Did they really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they took it away from Michigan.
Okay, so let's just say it's a wash then. Then you flip sides of the ball. Michigan's offense versus Washington's defense. And that's where I think Michigan takes it by a lot.
Yeah, Michigan takes that by a lot. But yeah, so that's all I really got on Michigan. I think Michigan will win this game. That's also bias. But
truth.
Yeah, that's all I really got. Will you take us in to the greatest thing in sports?
It's over! Hallelujah. I should have brought my little confetti can. Pistons losing streak is over. They have started a new one, but it's over. Ended at 28 games. That tied the record. Thank the Lord we didn't get our own record. Great game for us to win. We'll talk about that one a little bit as they beat the Raptors on December 30th. Crazy game to watch. Awesome game. We've recently been like all in on the Pistons. I know I've been watching like almost every single second since like day 23, like losing streak 23. Been watching every game since, and I'm starting to like this team a little bit more. Yeah. First game I want to talk about is the Celtics game on the 28th. This game took the NBA world by storm because all of a sudden you looked on Instagram and you saw ESPN post Pistons taking Celtics to overtime. What? I mean, I was watching the game, but I'm just saying for like the casual NBA fan seeing that. What? Yeah. All the comments were about Wingstop employees. It was hilarious. But I want to talk about this game first. Just to go over the stats briefly because I know we're running a little bit short on time here. But this game was crazy. My takeaway, though, is Porzingis literally got to do whatever he wanted. He could score literally on cue. And you think, oh, Jalen Duren, step it up. No, if you watch the game, Duren did not guard him. Cade was the one guarding him, which is wild to begin with. Why? That's a coaching thing. I know they're trying to get switches and mismatches. Maybe that's what happened. But, dude, like, it was weird. Honestly, Cade didn't do terrible at times, but there were some times where I'm like, dude, like, no. Stop. Literally put Kevin Knox on him or something. Finally, in overtime, we did. We put Kevin Knox on him, and he got to stop. And then he switched off again. I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing? But we're done with that game. It was cool to see.
Time out. Are we not going to talk about what happened in that game, though?
No.
Okay. We're not going to talk about how the Pistons were up 21 points at one point.
No. Had a good lead, man. Had a good lead. All right. Next game. was the game. December 30th against the Raptors. The Pistons ended their losing streak that night. And yeah,
put it in the Raptors.
There's not much else to say. Cade played insane. The only thing is defensively, dude, I feel like every time we play a team, there's just one guy who goes off. Like one guy who goes absolutely stupid. And it's either the star player or the secondary star player. Like Porzingis went crazy. I know Tatum did too, but Porzingis went crazy. In this game, Siakam went absolutely berserk against us. They pretty much just played one-on-one with him all game. And we just got scrappy.
Wednesday night's game. Oh my God. Was it Markkanen?
Yes.
Dude, I've never seen Markkanen just ball out. Like, oh my God. I don't know.
No, it was Jordan Clarkson who went crazy.
Dude, it was just all of them. Markkanen and Jordan Clarkson both were going crazy.
And Clarkson didn't even start. Neither does Walker Kessler. That team's like so full on the bench. It's unreal.
Yeah. But their
stars are mid.
Record. But yeah, keep going. Keep going with this.
Bogey hit some insane shots in that win. Anyways, moving on from the Raptors, we're celebrating. It's a holiday. We didn't get winless December. Thank the Lord. Then we played the Rockets. This was like a hangover game. I'm pretty sure we lost by like 30. I can actually pull it up real quick. It had to be close. I think Cade Cunningham was coming off a night where he got absolutely plastered because he shot. Oh, I don't have it with me here. I'm pretty sure he shot like 2 for 17 or something on the night.
I can tell you,
he had 6 points.
Scored 20 points.
He didn't do anything. Yeah, and we lost by 23. The Thompson twins got to play against each other. Speaking of the Thompson twins, All-Star Thompson, his minutes are way down, and I can understand it because he brings virtually nothing offensively. Like, what's going on? Do you think should get more or less? What do you think?
Dude, I don't even know at this point. His defense and rebounding is so good, but offensively, man, it's tough. It's tough.
It's bad.
It's tough to watch.
He's not shooting well from 3.
I know against the Jazz, he got more time than he's been getting. It looked like, but I don't know. It's so tough to watch. It's so hard to say.
It is. But Ivy's starting to look better. Still also can't shoot, but whatever. He's just a hustler, man. He's insane. So, and then finally, we'll talk about Wednesday night for those watching. Took the Jazz to OT. Now, if you didn't watch this game, go watch the last minute and a half.
It's not even a minute and a half, bro. The last 14 seconds of the game was
the last
wild thing.
No, because it went back and forth. It went
It
went 3 on that end for Clarkson, and then a 3 from Bogey, and then a 3 from Porzingis' brother, Markkanen. That's probably racist. And then that insane Alec Burks shot, 4 seconds left, inbound. Dude, goes the whole length of the court and shoots a fading to the right shot from like the top elbow.
Dude, Alec Burks that time was looking like prime Steph Curry. But then you look at him, he shoots a wide open shot and he just breaks it.
And he misses. It's unreal. Same with Bogey.
Shooting like this and he drills it like dog. Burks.
Dude, we miss so many wide open threes. Like, Bogey will take a step back with 3 dudes in his face and he'll make it, but then he'll get a wide open 3. Same with Livers, too. Livers drives me crazy because he'll hit the most wild shot, but then just won't make any threes. Or won't make any wide open. But that game was crazy. But I kind of want to... I know we're getting close on time. Maybe we'll cut out the Red Wings, or we'll just talk about them briefly. But real quick, in OT, we've lost 2 overtime games this year. In OT, I want to walk you through our possessions. Because it was kind of atrocious, right? First of all, we lose the jump ball. Walker Kessler just absolutely yams. That's fun to watch. Cade Cunningham throws the ball out of bounds for a 6th turnover. I'm like, oh, we're back to old Pistons. Colin Sexton hits like a weird jump shot, whatever. But then we get into this stretch here. Alec Burks missed layup, right? Cade gets his 2 free throws after that. Alec Burks misses the 3. but then Livers tips it in. Now after that, we go miss 3 from Cade Cunningham, miss 3 from Bogdanovich, and miss 3 from Cade Cunningham. And that's where I knew it was over. You missed 3 threes in a row that were fairly open. You're not going to win a game, especially not a shootout game like that.
No.
So
that's all we really.
I'm proud of us for battling.
I'm proud of us for winning, man. It was so long.
Yeah, we play the Warriors, I believe, on Saturday or Friday.
We're officially started. We didn't go through no loss December. We've officially started no loss January. So
we've started no win January.
No win, sorry, not no loss.
Yeah,
we have a lot of losses.
True.
No win December, we stopped it. No win January, we have started. We're going no win November. We won a game in December. Then we're going no win in January.
Maybe we're just gonna get one. Maybe we're gonna go 0 wins to 1 win December to 2 win January, 3 win February, and 4 win March. That'd be insane.
We probably won't have any wins in April. I don't think we make April. We only have 7 more wins on the entire year. 6 more.
True.
Wins. But moving on, I'm gonna do a quick little rundown on the Red Wings, but running short on time.
Do it.
Honestly, I can't be mad how this team is playing, but I'm also not super happy. We're 3-3 in the last 6 games. In the last 6, we have scored 25 goals and we have given up 27. Honestly, I have a couple key players that I'm gonna say. Kane has been incredible since we picked him up. 6 goals, 7 assists, accounting for 13 total points in 13 games played. This was made, I believe, before the last 2 games, but he has not done anything in the last 2 games. So
true.
That is
true, because every time I pick him to score, he doesn't score.
Yep, exactly. But key players in the last 6 games played. Kane, 4 goals, 3 assists. Those came in the first 4 of the 6-game stretch. DeBrincat, 2 goals, 8 assists. Sprong, 3 goals, 2 assists. Comfort, 3 goals, 2 assists. And Perron, who had 2 goals and 1 assist in the last 2 games. Now, they do play tonight, which is Thursday for us. They do play tonight. So these last 6 games are from the Tuesday game and back. So Tuesday game and back is what these are from. They will not be from, obviously, today's game because we're recording it before the game. Also, quick fun stat. Before the Bruins game, the Red Wings were 7-0 when Jake Wallman scores a goal. Now they're 7-1. But I was really hoping they won that game because it'd be kind of cool for it to be 8-0 when Jake Wallman scores. But then
that's sweet.
It. But no, I have a huge talk coming. I have an entire spreadsheet about this team in the first 20 games versus the last 20 games. So once we hit 40 games, which will be right after my trip, we'll have a huge talk about this Red Wings team.
Yep, I'm gonna do a Tigers talk too. I've got one kind of prepped up, so maybe we'll do some special videos. How about we do that? Keep them separate. That'd be sick. We're gonna kind of revamp what we're doing here. We're gonna have a meeting soon to talk about what we want to do for you guys in the next few weeks. But let's just get into the Lions, man. Lions making the playoffs. I don't think it's clicked for me yet, man. Lions are going to the playoffs.
Lions are in the playoffs. My God, that Cowboys game.
That's true. That Cowboys game sucks. I'm sure everyone has seen every single thing about it already. We're kind of late to the party about talking about it, so we're not going to talk about it a whole lot. Decker reported, but
yes, Decker reported.
Have you seen those billboards? Those billboards are sick.
Yeah. I'm not going to say that's why we lost the game. So we lost the game ourselves.
We did. There's some things that we should have done differently. And Goff even said the same thing. I know. I think he had a press conference yesterday about it again, and he said the same thing. Like, this wasn't on the coaching staff. It was on us as players and stuff like that. We could have done so much stuff differently. But I mean, it's hard. We'll bounce back. It's good that we didn't. We proved that we are a good team and that we can compete with anybody. I think that was what's important, especially because it was in Dallas.
Yeah, no. And, our defense played so good in that. Besides
so well.
Lamb. Besides CeeDee Lamb. But,
dude, the amount of texts we sent back and forth during that game about Cam Sutton was unreal. Like, Dude,
Also,
it's bad. Like, it is atrocious.
Yeah. No.
He got exposed finally.
Finally, he's been exposed the last 5 games played.
Well, like on
Number one
primetime
receiver stats.
TV and everything, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
CD
Real
out here
quick,
setting records.
I have apologized before to this man, but I still need to apologize again because I flame this guy very hard. Iffy Malafanu is
He's so good,
so
dude.
good.
What's going on? He came out of nowhere.
I flame this guy. I don't know what we're gonna do. Can we bench Cam Sutton somehow and just play in the playoffs like CJ Gardner-Johnson?
We're gonna go like 6 safeties.
6 safeties on the field. Just play
Yeah, you're gonna have
full
like
zone
Kirby
and then man
Tracy.
blitz.
Yeah, dude.
Because my God, we have no cornerbacks on this team. Will Harris,
Kendall Vildor is dog crap. Cam Sutton, who, and this is funny. You look at the stats and you'd think, dude, Cam Sutton had an insane game. He led the team in tackles. You know why? It's because he had to tackle CeeDee Lamb after he caught the ball every time. Your corners should not be leading your team in tackles. If they are, it's because they're getting absolutely torched and tackling the receiver after they catch the ball.
So I'm in this.
Bro had 10 tackles as a corner. That's so bad. That's so bad.
I'm in the Madden League. My 2 safeties are, my 2 safeties are my 2 leading tacklers on my team.
Ooh.
But both of them play sub linebackers. So
are they playing sub linebacker? Yeah, they probably are. Yeah, man. Laporta had another great game, 84 yards, getting closer to that record. Don't think he'll hit it, but that's fine. Gibbs, I think Gibbs needs 75 yards rushing, and Montgomery needs something like 25 or something small to get the record. So if you're a betting man, I'm hammering Gibbs over rushing yards this week.
I'm hammering Gibbs over 75 this week. I'm
doing it, dude. He's gonna get it. He's gonna know.
I just have a feeling they're gonna sit Montgomery in my opinion, after he gets 20. Then Jameer will go in pretty much for the rest of the game.
I would love to see that.
Like, I think they're just going to run the ball a lot of the time. They're not going to risk passing. I know, like, Teddy B or Hendon Hooker.
We're going to get to watch our boy Craig Reynolds go completely crazy.
I want Teddy B to play the first half, and then I want Hendon Hooker to play the second half. That's what I want.
Let me walk through the starting lineup, okay? Let's say our O-line's the same. Our quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater. Our running back, Craig Reynolds. Our tight end, I don't think Brock Wright's going to be back, so it's that one guy. Oh, what's his name? Help me out.
James Mitchell.
James Mitchell is tight end if Brock Wright doesn't play. Then our wide receivers would be something like Josh Reynolds, Donovan Peoples-Jones, and like Khalif Raymond. I'm okay with it, bro. That's a good team. That's a good team, bro. That team will beat the Panthers any day of the week.
If you're a true Detroit Lions fan, let's call Tom Kennedy.
Tom Kennedy.
If you don't know anything about Tom Kennedy, watch a preseason Lions game. Preseason Lions GOAT, but has never done anything in the league.
Yeah. So, real quick, we won't go too much into the Vikings game. It's expected the Lions are going to sit a lot. The Vikings have a tough time making the playoffs, even if they do win. Going to be kind of a mid-game. Don't be upset the Lions lose. It could happen. Whatever. We're in the playoffs. We've locked up at least a 3 seed. If we win and the Eagles and Cowboys both lose, we could get the 2 seed. It's weird though. I don't really know. So it's very unlikely we get the 2 seed. Probably gonna end up being the 3 seed and playing either the Rams or the Packers in Ford Field. If we play who would you rather play? Because I think we have a better chance of beating the Packers. But if we play the Rams and Stafford gets his first win in Ford Field, dude, it'd be kind of sick. I don't know. It also wouldn't be sick. I don't know.
I don't want to play either. I'd rather play.
I'm torn. Those are the 2 teams I would not want to play, bro.
I'd rather play the Cowboys or Eagles at this point.
I'd rather play the Eagles, bro. We would wipe the Eagles right now. Nah, but for real, there's one more thing I want to talk about, and that is the sad news coming out of the roster updates, and that's that the Lions have cut Isaiah Buggs. it's heartbreaking because he was a fan favorite. He was a voice on the defense. It just comes down to more of a business decision. We got guys coming back. Aleem McNeil's coming back. James Houston's back now. CJ Gardner-Johnson likely won't play this week, but he's back.
I thought I saw that he will play a couple.
He might get a few snaps then, which would be good for him. Same with James Houston. But it's just sad. I think there's another guy or two that I would cut over Bugs. Just because he's been such a Benito Jones. Just because he's been such a dog this year, helping this Lions team, man. There's got to be a way to keep him on, just because he's a fan favorite. We love him. He's playing such a good season. It's too bad to see. He seemed okay on Twitter. He wished us a good rest of the season. He knows it's not the fans or anything, but it just sucks to see him go. And I know that this was a very difficult decision for Dan to make and Brad to make. Honestly, too. I know it's hard.
Okay, so you know how Penei Sewell is like the voice of the offense. Like, you see his pregame. Isaiah Bugs, to me, I felt like was the voice of this defense.
While CJ was gone, absolutely.
So, I don't like the decision. But it's also because I was a really big fan of Isaiah Bugs. I love the dude.
He's so sick. His last name's so cool too, dude. And he was the dog.
We'll see what happens. So yeah, Minnesota we talked about 2 weeks ago. It's pretty much the same stats. So if you really want to know
literally
rankings, just go.
How many yards can Justin Jefferson rack up this week? Can he beat CeeDee Lamb's record last week? And probably.
But yeah, if you want to know the rankings, go back like 2 videos. I think it was maybe 3. It might be 3 podcasts ago. And it's going to be near the end.
I think 2.
Lions versus Vikings. We talked about it that week. Week 16. It's pretty much the same rankings. Nothing's really swayed. We were looking at it. So, yeah. Welcome back to week 18 of NFL Pick'ems. We have me 1 point ahead going into the final
comeback season
of the NFL regular season. For some reason, Caleb is going to make me pick first this week. I don't know why. Probably because I was just going to copy every single one of his picks.
Facts.
And yeah. So let's jump right into it, man. First game of the week, Saturday. Steelers versus Ravens. Who you got?
Try again. You're going first.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay. I have the Ravens in this game.
Okay.
I got the Ravens. I think the Ravens take down the Steelers pretty easily. It's so hard this week, though, because so many teams are going to be sitting out players. Like, who do you really take?
How are we? Is your pick locked in? How are we doing this? I don't want you to change your pick.
Yes, my pick is locked in.
All right. I'm picking the Steelers because Tyler Huntley's likely to start this Saturday. And the Ravens already clinched, so I don't think they're gonna. This is one of the bolder moves I'm making this week. I got to get ahead somewhere, and this is one of the games where I think this is going to be a game that either screws me or doesn't. And the Steelers need this win more than the Ravens do. It is a rivalry, which sucks, but I think the Steelers can pull it off. This is a chance I have to take.
Fair enough. When I made this pick, I'm like, yeah, Tyler Huntley is starting most likely and stuff like that. But I'm still going to ride with the Ravens.
Not a bad pick at all.
We'll see it through. We'll see it through. All right, next game. Texans at Colts.
Who you got?
I have the Texans in this game.
Okay.
I really like CJ Stroud. They're pushing for a playoff spot. I'm pretty sure they're pushing for a playoff spot still. And I really do believe that CJ Stroud will lead this team to win. And honestly, I don't even know what to say. I don't like Ohio State, but CJ Stroud comes from Ohio State. But I am loving that guy this year. He has been balling out. It's the most insane rookie season I've seen from a quarterback in a long time. So, good for him. Like Trevor Lawrence said, it's bad. There's competition in the division, but my God, has that guy been balling out?
Yeah, facts. So, 3 teams in the AFC South are 9-7.
Yep.
Pretty much the winner of this game and then the Jags, whatever, kind of determines who makes the playoffs, who doesn't. I'm taking the home team this week, the Colts. They've been absolutely on a heater recently. The Texans have been on the downtick a little bit, and the Colts have been on an uptick since like week 6. Both teams have won one game. They won one game last week. That's their winning streak so far. But I'm just taking the home team this week, the Colts. This is one of those games where I think I have to take something different to just have a chance.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. I like both teams in this situation. This was one of the toughest decisions.
This was hard,
in my opinion.
This is gonna be a good game.
So,
Saturday night prime time.
Game. What else is going to be a good game is the Minnesota Vikings at the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, I'll go first this time. All strategies aside and anything, I still am picking the Lions. I wouldn't be surprised if Goff played a half, if Jameer played a half, if even Hutch played a half. This game doesn't mean much for us at all. We pretty much have the 3 seed locked up. It's pretty hard for the Vikings to make the playoffs too, so they're kind of out now too. But I'm gonna take the Lions, obviously. Ben is in shambles. Ben is on vacation currently, so there's that.
Yes, that is a fact of statement.
But we got to get that pot out.
Background noises. It's because my family walking around.
Also, if he's quiet too.
But yeah, no, I got the Lions in this game too. Obviously, for obvious reasons, we beat the Vikings once. We're gonna beat them again, and why not? I really do want the Lions to start Teddy Bridgewater, give him one final.
That'd be sweet. That'd be sweet.
Season. We're not making the 3rd seed. I mean, we're not making the 2nd seed anyway, in my opinion, because the Cowboys and the Eagles both
would have to lose. Yeah.
So yeah, I got the Lions in this game. I really do think we pull it off. So moving on, we have the Falcons at the Saints.
I'll have you go first here.
I have the Saints in this game. The Falcons don't utilize their players. The Saints have been just consistent all year, and I really do think that the Saints team will win against the Falcons.
I completely agree with you that the Saints are going to win this game. I think the Falcons at this point, if they win, they have a slim chance of making it. If they lose, they get a better draft pick. They can just call the season a wash and restart. If I'm the Falcons coach, I'm pretty much tanking this game, letting the Saints get in there for the playoffs. And yeah, I'm taking the Saints this week. They need the win as well to get in the playoffs, so they're going to be coming out hot.
Yeah, no, I just don't like the Falcons at all because their coach doesn't know how to utilize their players. So, moving on from that, we got the Jags at Titans game.
So for this, you can go. You can go
first.
I'm taking the Jags.
I'm
taking the Jags. Same thing. They have to win to clinch the division, and yeah.
I don't know if you could take another team but the Jags here. The Titans just awful. I keep on thinking Derrick Henry is having a really, really bad season, but I'm still thinking that he has like 1,300 rushing yards at this current moment in time, and his receiving stats this year have been insane.
Really?
Any other year? Yeah, his receiving stats this year are actually surprising for who Derrick Henry is. But still, I'm taking the Jags in this
Me too.
Because
playoff implications.
Moving on, we have the Charmin game of the week: the Jets versus the Patriots.
So you go first.
I have the Jets, I think, in this game.
Yeah, me too. I have the Jets this week. Patriots, I think they're just tanking for the draft pick at this point. They can get up to 3, I believe, with a loss this week. So I'm just going to lose on purpose, right? Might as well. The Jets also doesn't really matter what they do. They have 6 wins this year. A 7th's not going to do much for them in terms of the draft, even because there's a lot of teams above and below them. They're kind of that mediocre trash team. There's not a lot of people in that tier, kind of like the Titans and Chargers are in there, but that's pretty much it. taking the Jets. I think they are the only team with 6 wins this year as a stand. Yeah, they are. Only team with 6 wins currently, so they're kind of in their own little tier of draft order. So I don't think it matters a whole lot what happens to them, so they're just going to come out there, whatever, take the dub this week.
Zach Wilson going to slang that thing.
Increases draft capital.
Yes.
Or trade capital, sorry.
Trade capital, yeah. Moving on, we got the Bucks at the Panthers.
I'll have you go first.
I'm just because records are coming to mean something. I am going to take the Bucks against the Panthers this week.
Damn.
The only reason is Caleb can't beat me.
I pretty much have to take the Bucks here. Then, I'm gonna take the Bucks. They still aren't in the play. Like they aren't in the playoffs as it stands. Oh, they are in the playoffs as it stands, but they haven't clinched anything yet. So they have to win this week.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the Bucks this week. Panthers too. If they lose, whatever. If they win, whatever. It doesn't do anything for them. So.
No, but if they win and it's the 1 week we don't take them, we're both gonna be so mad.
Facts. So true.
Okay.
And then the Bucks are out of it. Whatever. That'd be awful.
But moving on, we have the Browns at the Bengals.
Oh, you muted.
I didn't mute.
Oh, there we go. Now I can hear you. Maybe it's just quiet enough.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm quiet. But no, next game we got the Browns at the Bengals.
This one does have playoff implications. The Bengals have been eliminated. The Browns have not. The Browns are still fighting for a better seed. As it stands currently, they're the 5 seed, but with a win, they could jump up to the 4, and then the Ravens have clinched, but they could jump up to the actually no, they're at the 5. They're at the 5, so it doesn't really matter, but they don't want to really drop down to the 6 because as of right now, they play the Jags, and I'd rather play the Jags than if like the Bills jump and you play the Bills, you got to play the Chiefs or the Dolphins. Rather play the Jags, so they're going to want to go win this week. And the Bengals literally just tank for a draft pick. Like your season's chalked.
Yeah, the season's been chalked for the Bengals.
True.
My God. So you're taking the Browns.
I'm taking the Browns.
Yeah, no, I got the Browns in this game too. Joe Flacco is him.
He's so him.
That's all I'm saying. Flacco is him. Baltimore, be scared in the AFC because Joe Flacco is coming.
Truth. That would be so insane.
Dude, if it's the Browns versus the Ravens and Joe Flacco goes into Baltimore and beats them, it will be the best thing I've ever seen. Also, give Flacco comeback player of the year. I swear if they give it to DeMar Hamlin.
They are.
Like, yes, I understand. He died and he came back to life.
Bro literally died on the field and played again. I know.
Joe Flacco's career died and he came back to life. That's got to count for something.
This is a really hard year to give this award because any other year it'd be Joe Flacco without a doubt. Bro has more passing touchdowns in 5 weeks than like 7 NFL teams do this whole year. So,
yeah. No, it's insane. He's been so good. But moving on, we have Seattle at the Cardinals.
This game also has playoff implications. I'm assuming you're taking the same team because why wouldn't you? And I'm taking the Seahawks this week on the road.
Yeah.
I don't think there's really a question here. If they win, they still don't have a great chance of making it. Just because if the Packers win, they have it sealed pretty much too. So I'm taking the Seahawks this week. They have to give themselves a chance here.
Yeah, no, I got the Seahawks too this week. I don't see this Cardinals team winning, but they just went and beat Philadelphia, so I have no idea what's going to happen.
I don't know either. They should be losing for draft picks.
Like losing for
like tank for Marv.
Technically illegal to do. But come on. Tank for draft.
They should be tanking for Marv.
Marv is going number 1 to Chicago.
They're trading their pick. Come on now.
And speaking of Chicago, our next game is Chicago at Green Bay. And
you're picking first.
The Chicago Bears go into Lambeau and they destroy Green Bay's playoff hopes.
Dang it. I wanted to say that so bad. Oh, this is so tough for me now. Because Justin Fields has been playing so freaking good. But at this point, I think he's proven he's the guy. I don't know, though. This is such a hard game. If Justin Fields plays, I really want to take the Bears just because it's this rivalry, and they're like, dude, we can knock the Packers out of the playoff. God dang. Oh, this one's so tough.
Same thing the Lions did last year to the Packers. Yes, we didn't make the playoffs, but we knocked them out.
But Jordan Love's been playing good. You won Player of the Week last week, actually.
Yeah, my fantasy.
Screw it, dude. I gotta get an edge somewhere. I'll take the Packers, even though I don't love it.
Disgusting from you. Making fun of me every single week when I take.
Hey, I'm in crunch time now, so this is
You're gonna end up winning by like 5 because you're just going based on who I pick.
Yeah, and strats.
Every single one of my picks is gonna lose. Why didn't I do this every week? This is ridiculous.
I mean, you still kind of did.
This is why I should have just made you go.
This one was really hard for me. I don't know. Everything else I kind of got decided.
This was very tough.
Yeah.
But moving on, we have the Eagles at the Giants.
This one I think is pretty obvious, except for the fact that the Eagles are hot garbage right now. But there's no way.
I just love the text message I got from you after the Arizona game saying everything you have ever said about this Philadelphia Eagles is correct. My God, are they off?
Yeah, I mean, the Giants are out. The Eagles are in. The Eagles are still trying to figure out if they're going to win the division or not. And that would jump them from a 5 seed to a 2 seed. So I'm going to take the Eagles this week. Plus, if any part of me is a little bit of an Eagles fan, I am like worried because if you don't win this week, who you beat in the playoffs? If you can't beat the Giants or the Cardinals back-to-back weeks, you shouldn't be in the playoffs. So just for the hope of the Eagles even having any success in the playoffs, I'm taking the Eagles.
It's an automatic elimination if they lose to the Giants.
They should be. It should be a winner go home.
Arizona and Giants back-to-back. Yeah, no. But, yeah, I got the Eagles this week. I think it was obvious. That's all I'm going to say. Even though I hate this Eagles team, I'm taking them. Moving on, though. Rams versus 49ers. This is a game where I really want you to go first, but I know you're going to make me go first.
Yep. This is what I had both picked, so you're going first. I don't know, man.
I am taking Matthew Stafford in the Rams this week. I think they do it. I really do. This Rams team has been hot since Matthew Stafford came back from injury. He's been looking so good. Puka is incredible. He needs like 20 yards, 4 receptions to break both rookie records. Like, he's going to do it. Kupp has looked incredible. Kyron Williams is a dog. This Rams team's going to be scary for anyone who has to face him in the playoffs.
So
I got the Rams. Who you got?
Here's the thing. I have been hearing stuff that Kyron Williams is not playing and Cooper Kupp is not playing. Stafford, I believe, is still playing.
No, I remember.
Or is Stafford a half?
Because I remember when I read. No,
he's not playing.
It's Carson Wentz is
You're right.
For Stafford.
But here's the thing. The Niners have clinched nothing except for playoff berth. They don't have the 1 seed, I don't think. Or do they have the one? Yeah, they do have the 1 seed, right? Because of head-to-head. That's right. So they are going to be sitting people too. This is just going to be whose bench is better. The Rams, I'm looking to see what the head-to-head would be, because right now, if they were to lose, that would put them at 9-8. The only other teams who could be 9-8, there's 4 of them, right? The Bucks, the Packers, and which the Bucks would be the division, so that wouldn't really matter for them. But it'd be the Packers, the Seahawks, or the Saints. And I'm looking right now at like head-to-head to see if they can even move spots, because this would be a big spot for them to remove. They do have the head-to-head versus the Saints. I remember that Thursday game. We were watching it at Chili's.
Yeah.
The Packers have the head-to-head against the Rams, but the Rams have the head-to-head versus Seahawks. This is weird.
See, you're telling me if the Rams lose and the Packers win, we play Jordan Love and the Packers in the playoffs the first round?
Yes. We can only play the Packers or the Rams. Based on what I saw, is we can only play the Packers or the Rams, which sucks either way.
So we either
I'd rather play the Rams.
Division rival, or we play Matthew Stafford.
Yes. Which sucks.
So who you taking?
Oh.
I got a tea time in 70 minutes, man. What the
True. Who'd you take? The Rams? I'll take the 49ers. If I get beat by Stafford, I deserve it, right? So.
Yeah, fair enough. Stafford is the GOAT, so nobody can tell me different. Even though Stafford's not playing. Moving on, we have the Broncos.
Dude, you're muted. Raiders. Oh, wait, never mind. You're just quiet. Never mind. You're good. Sorry. What's this game? Bro's got the ratchet set
Broncos at Raiders.
Say it again.
Broncos at Raiders.
This is also a tough game because both of these teams are eliminated. So who can play worse to get the spot? I think the Broncos can play worse. So I'm going to take the Raiders this week at home. I don't know what you're thinking, but
yeah, no, I got the Raiders in this game.
Okay.
You know, originally I wrote down the Broncos, but this is not based on your pick. Like this.
No, I believe you. That's fine.
So originally I wrote down the Broncos, and then I was thinking, I'm like, wait, no, I crossed it off and put Raiders on.
Russell's gonna be a Patriot anyway, so
I'm like, because as soon as I remembered, I'm like, wait, Russ is benched. I don't even remember who's at quarterback.
Jared Stidham.
Give me the Raiders backup versus the
Aiden O'Connell.
Broncos backup. So, yeah, got the Raiders in that game also. Next game, though, we got the Chiefs at the Chargers.
Chargers eliminated. Chiefs they've clinched a spot, but they are still, they could still lose this division to the Jags. So I am going to take, or the Colts maybe even too. Oh, no, that's the different division. I'm totally in the wrong. So they look like they clinched because the AFC West is absolutely dog crap.
Kansas. Dude, the AFC West has been absolutely dog crap.
It's
for 9
unreal.
Years.
But the thing is, you look at the teams and you're like, dang, this is a good division, and then they just fold. They must be sitting people. Then the Chiefs must be, but the Chargers are so bad. Give me the Chiefs. They're looking to stay hot going to the playoffs. Give me the Chiefs.
I'm surprised you didn't make me pick first, honestly. But yeah,
you're picking the Chiefs though, so yeah.
Yeah, I was taking the Chiefs.
You can't afford to do any tomfoolery this week.
Like I said, I'm not picking a team that can have the number one offense and the number one defense in a season and not make the playoffs. It's just not happening. The Chargers will not be picked by me. Even though I've picked them before and lost because of it. Chargers will not be picked by me. But moving on, we have Dallas at Washington.
Please take.
I got the Cowboys.
Are you taking the Commanders? Dang it.
Yeah, I am.
All right, yeah, I take the Cowboys. They're still fighting for this 2 seed. So.
Yeah, they have huge. Both the Eagles and the Cowboys have.
They pretty much will flip 2 and 5 if whoever wins loses, whatever. So give me the Cowboys to win and clinch the 2 spot.
Yes, sir. Moving on, last game of the week.
This is a wild game.
Bills at Dolphins. You want me to go first, I presume?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I stared at this for I don't know how long. Do you pick a Bills team which is going, if they lose this game, they might not make the playoffs? Do you pick a Dolphins team who's can't win against a good opponent? Or do you take this Bills team, obviously, again, who's been red hot? I'm taking the Bills. They've been red hot. I think they go and beat the Dolphins this week. In Miami, Tyreek Hill's house was on fire, so he couldn't be at practice yesterday. On Wednesday. So, yeah, give me the Bills.
Yeah, dude, the Bills started off like 2-5. Like, what? They're probably the hottest team in the NFL right now. Versus a team who could literally put up 60 on your head any night. It's Sunday Night Football. Gosh. I will tell you. Originally, I had chalked the Bills. Is it in Miami or is it in Buffalo?
It's in Miami.
That makes it way harder. I think I have 3 different picks than you right now. Maybe 4. I'm taking the Bills. I'm going to take the Bills. One, I genuinely think that they are going to win. But number 2 is it helps me strategically limit my losses a little bit more. But I genuinely do think they're going to win and get this 2 seed in the playoffs. They 100% deserve it. Every team has a rough stretch. Theirs happened to be in the middle of the season or in the beginning of the season, and they've been hot, man. But please, bro, please remind me to never pick Stephon Diggs in fantasy ever again because it's the same story every year, bro. He averages like 60 points a game the first 5 weeks. Then he gets like 6 targets the rest of the year. I don't understand.
It's fine. You want to know half my fantasy team, because for some reason we're doing 2 weeks because I may have forgotten the settings. But so it's 2-week championships. We're playing week 18.
Yeah, it's an L.
Yeah,
I'm trying to fight for this championship.
My fantasy team is sat. You might be able to because half of the players might be getting sat down.
Dude, but I got murdered last week. He doubled my score last week.
Fine. It's fine. I doubled my dad's score.
I just had to double him this week, dude. I'm going to do some research. I'm going to lock in. Okay. Don't remind your brother to check his lineup because
I do every week. I won't this week.
You're the worst.
I know.
Cancel the pod.
All right. But that's going to be all for... Oh, wait. We have 4 different this week. So Caleb can come back from 4 teams.
Who's different? Which games?
It's the Ravens, Steelers, Texans, Colts, Bears, Packers, and Rams, 49ers are the different picks this week. So I'll be watching out for those games.
Saturday night slate's so fire.
Yeah.
That's such a good...
That's going to be all for Week 18 NFL Pick'ems. We'll see you guys back at the podcast. That's, I think, going to be all for us this week.
It's going to be it, man.
We else got to talk about. So, I think we are out of here.
That's it for us, man. Have a great week, fellas. Peace.
Peace.
If you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on to never miss another video of ours. Check out our Instagram at motown.madness for daily posts and content all about Detroit sports. And check out our TikTok, motown.madness, for clips and highlights of each episode.